Hello there. My name is Hailey Rainey, and I want to begin by thanking you for giving me the opportunity to be your guide on your credit building journey. My credit journey began way back in 1986. It was a time where I always paid my bills on time and in full, and I usually would get loan approvals. Then suddenly, I started getting denied for everything. And I was told that my score had gone way down with no reason why. At that time, the electronic credit report that we know today was only newly available to the public, but you could get a copy after you were denied credit on an application. It usually took 2 to 3 weeks for them to send you a copy. Credit monitoring didn't exist either. It took me 7 months to finally get a copy of my credit report. It was then that I discovered why I was getting all those denials. I discovered that there were multiple negative accounts from other individuals with the same last name as mine, and they were showing up on my credit report. Now, back then, if you wanted to dispute incorrect information, you had to physically handwrite a letter explaining that it was not your account, ask them to investigate, double check things like social security number, and ask them to correct your report. Back then, there was no 30-day requirement for them to respond to your disputes, unlike today. Plus, the burden of proof then was solely on us as a consumer to prove that it was wrong, not the other way around as it is today. After some back and forth for several months, I finally was able to get a response only to tell me that we're still investigating. Okay. I eventually figured out the dispute maze, the system by which they were disputing at that time, and I eventually cleared up all the incorrect items on my credit report. It only took 4 years, but I got it done. Now, when I began my career in banking and finance, as part of our continuing education, we were offered various seminars and workshops to learn banking and finance items. One of those was credit, and it was a course being offered by Fair Isaac Corporation, which we know today as FICO. They were educating us on this new credit reporting system that they had introduced, and they wanted us to understand how the credit report was laid out, how the credit scoring was calculated, only to a point because they keep that secret. But they wanted us to have an understanding of the credit report because we were just beginning to use it for our underwriting decisions, for our loan decisions. So I found it very interesting, a lot of the things that were being revealed to me in that original seminar. Some of the things that I had discovered on my own during my credit struggle, I found that, okay, I had figured it out right, but there were some other things that I had figured out wrong, but I was assuming it based on my limited situation. But I really got fascinated with all things credit, and I wanted to become an expert. So I soon began to taking all the credit certifications and courses that were available at that time. Now, many of them were free, but there were some courses that were expensive. Some of them were as much as $75 to $80. But I invested that time and that money because I really wanted to learn the ins and outs of the credit system as it was at that time. Eventually, I not only improved on my credit, but I was able to build my credit higher. This allowed me to be able to get the financing I needed because I was beginning my real estate investment side career. And so I was able to get many, many mortgages through that, having that good credit. Eventually, I was able to learn how to teach people and help them fix their credit. I soon find myself helping my family and my friends because they were running into some of the same credit issues I was running into, and there was just no system in place to help them correct those. So I helped, and some of it was just as much as helping with the credit letter writing because I figured out that certain letters written certain ways helped more, which is still pretty much it is today. Now, enough about my story. I wanted to tell you a little bit about what my goals and mission is for this course. First, I want to start by emphasizing that a strong, healthy credit file is what is essential to have a foundation for building wealth and financial independence. Not score, but file. Personally, I believe there is far too much emphasis on credit score. There are many people out there promoting hacks that are going to bump you up so many points, things that are going to try to bump your score. Everyone wants to talk about bumping score. I think it's much more important that we direct our attention to improving the information on the file. We want to use disputes to challenge the derogatory items, those negative items that are bringing your score down. If they're incorrect, we want to get them removed. If they're correct, then we want to figure out a way to eliminate them, whether it's by disputing them away, if they're inaccurate, attempting that. If they're corrected and they're accurate, then we look at resolving them either through payment or some other way. But the key is to get them removed, to eliminate the negativity, and then you can start with building your credit. Now, I know there's lots of information out there and a lot of other courses and other ways to help you in your credit building journey. And I'm extremely grateful that if you're taking the time to see this video, that means you've enrolled in this course and that you decided to trust me with helping you on your journey and guiding you on that journey. And I don't take that lightly. But I want you to know that this course goes beyond just giving you more information, especially information that's readily free out there. My mission at the end of this course is to leave you empowered with a working understanding of how the credit system works, and then to provide you with proven action steps, the very same steps that I use when I'm clearing up credit issues for my clients who pay me to do this for them, and to successfully eliminate those negative items, and then to guide you on how to strategically build new positive credit going forward, to quickly improve the strength of your credit file and improve your overall credit score as a byproduct of that improved file. This is also that you can be bankable and you can achieve your dreams, and you can go out and get that car you want, get that mortgage you want. If you're looking to build a business, you can get business financing, because despite what you think, you need personal financing to get business financing. But at the end of the day, I want you to live your best life. So let's get started.